lot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Here's a handoff to Swift. And gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Swift. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Swift. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On 2nd down, Swift. Down right around the 25. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Open man is McMath. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. McCann's kick up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
handoff. Swift running to the left.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Swift. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. First down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a pickup of 6. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage. Did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Swift. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Racey McMath, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Able to avoid him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Harold Landry, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10.
They'll look to throw.
That's caught by McMahon.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he gets it down to the 32.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Caught right side, Tate. Touchdown! Auden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Tracking
60. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.